We're here. The first episode of Roll the Tape for the 2023 NFL season. We have none other than the Detroit Lions because they're different in multiple areas. And I want to talk about some of my top plays from the game, talking about why and what I like about these plays. But one thing I do want to say before we dive into the film, we got to witness a coaching masterpiece. I talked about it was going to be a nasty game, and it was a nasty game. We got to see Steve Spagnuolo, Andy Reid, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, and Dan Campbell all on the sideline at the same time. Have to take that in and soak it. But now it's time. Table is set. Let's roll the tape. This is special stuff, man. Starting off with number 26, Jamir Gibbs, my guy from Bama. Also got the tight end Sam Laporta right here on the edge, pull the center and guard. And now we got Jamir Gibbs in open space. I think why he's going to be so exceptional in this scheme, it's the gas. And when I say the gas, he's so explosive. His burst, his pure speed, his long speed. What he does right here, though, is he pushes the edge and watch the cutback. Watch the cutback. That is what he can bring to the offense. And one thing I saw that really surprised me, and I'm seeing some things that I did not see consistently at Alabama, but I saw some contact balance. We saw Jamir Gibbs breaking tackles, running through arm tackles, guys bouncing off of him. If he can do that consistently combined with his long speed and the ability to get to the edge on these wide zones, counters, and powers, you have a time on your hands. So I look at his play and I say, this is different. I mean, DeAndre Swift, he was a very good running back, but I think what separates them is the pure speed. DeAndre Swift is about a 4.4, 4.5 guy. Jahmyr Gibbs is a legit 4.3. So I look at that and I say, okay, if he can just consistently get here, we got something. And also, in addition to this, we talk about linebackers a lot on this channel. That is the position that I played. But when I look at it and I look at running backs, I think about how can you set guys up against their leverage. For a linebacker, it's important to play with leverage. For a running back, you want to set a guy up to be against his leverage. And I think that not only can Jahmyr excel in this area because of his long speed, if he's running at you, unless you're an extremely fast safety corner or linebacker, he's going to outrun your angle 80% of the time. So you have to understand that now you got a haul tail just to get to him, and once he sets you up against the leverage, he can cut back and do different things. But what I saw in addition to that, and what we see right here on this play, was the creativity. I think that even on the play, and we all know what I'm talking about, where he tried to bounce it outside, he had a clear path to the end zone and he fell. I was very excited with that play. Not because he fell, not because he lost yards on the play, but because he tried to create a touchdown and it was there. But he slipped. If he didn't slip, that's another topic for another day. But right here, we see it, though. And I mean, getting to the outside, pulling those guys, getting ahead. Frank Ragnow, one of the most athletic centers in the game. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's coming down. Hey, that guy, I saw Ben Johnson line him up at fullback. I think it was a play in the third quarter. I don't know what Ben Johnson was thinking, but you're lining up your slot receiver at fullback, and he works. He works in that position because he blocks his tail off. All of these skilled guys block their tail off. But getting back on track, though, the creativity, because right here, you don't have much. You get what the play has for you initially, and then you create. Once you force the guy to miss the tackle, look at you. You're playing basketball at this point. Half spinning, getting outside, running first down. You're playing basketball at this point. So we see that from Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, that's different. I said it once and I'm going to say it again. And I shouted out Sam Laporta in the blocking game, but I do want to give him some more love in the passing game because I thought he was very good. Didn't have a lot of volume, but for a rookie tight end, a great debut. I think it's relatively an easy catch for Sam Laporta, but I think Ben Johnson is flexing his muscle. Right here, this looks like either a cover 2 blitz or a cover 5 blitz, and we see that Trent McDuffie is squatting. What does this mean? He's playing the flat. So once we see that, and now we got Sam Laporta, he's on the slant route. Jared Goff sees it immediately. Hey, Jared Goff, if he has time, they ran the ball, play action, boom, he steps up in the pocket, lets it fire. Jared Goff was on timing. He was accurate, precise. But back to Sam Laporta, though, I look at this and I say, not the catch, but how you get after the catch. You get a little physical and you look like a running back in the open field. This is what you want to see from those tight ends. The ones who are dynamic, they can catch the football and do a little bit of things after the catch. We saw Noah Green for the Kansas City Chiefs, but right here we're seeing Sam Laporta. Just how he's running physical. Not a lot of people are going to want to tackle him. Big time gain. Shout out Sam Laporta. Now we're on that defensive side of the ball. Let's turn it up a little bit. I'm going to call this 3D1. What does 3D1 even mean? 3 dogs in one play. Jack Campbell, Alex Anzalone, CJ Gardner-Johnson. Right here we have a counterplay by the Kansas City Chiefs, but as we can see right here, Creed Humphrey chips. So I do want to give them some leeway in this play because Alex Anzalone gets the immediate penetration in the backfield. You got Jack Campbell, as we can see coming into your screen. He's flowing over the top, but the reason that I'm showing you this play is because of number 2. He was talking his trash. He almost had a few picks. He got his hands on some footballs. But right here, I want to see this, though. I want to see you get nasty in the running game, and that's what CJ Gardner-Johnson is doing. And I really love Isaiah Pacheco as a runner. He's violent and physical, but he only had 8 carries and 23 yards in Thursday night's game. So you say that, why is he not producing? I think you have to look at plays just like this one. He's still a good back, but these guys were after it. Oh, my gosh. Guys, listen. If someone came up to me and made me the offer, I want all of your prized possessions, and in exchange, I will give you a hard drive full of nothing but elite linebacker play, I don't think I have any prized possessions to my name. Right here, Jack Campbell being exceptional. Now we're going to talk about one other key point I want to make with this play, but we see it right here. He's getting to his hook to curl. He turns and he makes a diving pass breakup. 6'5", 240, flying through the air. I'm Kadarius Toney. That's probably why I didn't catch the ball for the rest of the game. What am I supposed to do right here? This guy, Jack Campbell, making plays like that. You're not supposed to move like that at that size. The agility. We talked about the relative athletic score. He had one of the highest for his size. I mean, it's just special. Now, what I will say, though, with the route, Travis Kelce wouldn't have done this. This would have been a catch if it was Travis Kelce. I'm just pointing that out because we see Kadarius Toney, and it's kind of some of the things in this year now for him. He's more of a veteran. He's not a rookie anymore. You have to understand, if you're running this crosser and you see Jack Campbell opening up to get to his hook the curl drop in his landmark, we got to settle this right here. Boom, settle it. Patrick Mahomes puts it on your numbers. You keep running, though, and you allow Jack Campbell to make the play. Now, a lot of people, if they're Jack Campbell, they still don't make this play, but he makes it. Let me tell you something. This guy, Derek Barnes, had a good game. Alex Anzalone was lights out, but Jack Campbell won't be denied. Now, it's kind of coincidental that I just said Alex Anzalone was lights out, and this is a play we could kind of nitpick. But one thing I want to say about Derek Barnes, I think he's taken every step possible in the mental aspect of the linebacker position to be the starter. And I understand all 4 guys played. Malcolm Rodriguez played as well. But I think that Derek Barnes won't. It's tough. It's a good problem to have because you can rotate linebackers. I don't think it's like some other position where you don't want to rotate as much. You could rotate these guys because they're all good. But with Derek Barnes, though, I want you to see the difference right here with him and Alex Anzalone. We see one guy flowing down here who hasn't really read the play yet. And then we see another guy in Derek Barnes. Look how patient he is. This is perfect. This is teaching tape. I talk about Fred Warner. This is something Fred Warner would do. Look at him. Lateral. I'm reading it. I see the gap open. Now I'm getting over. Now I'm getting downhill. Little as I'm getting lateral. Boom. That's linebacker play right there in a nutshell. What we have from Derek Barnes right here. Hey, you see it. I'm showing it to you. That's a guy. Now, this is the last play I want to show you here, and it's really just more of Brian Branch getting nasty, getting physical in the run game, along with Jack Campbell on the play here. For the defensive line, one thing I want to note, have to get more pressure in next game, but I did like what I saw at Lee McNeil, Josh Pascal, Charles Harris, really in the run game. I thought the run defense was good and a lot better than what we saw in the early half of last year, kind of some of what we saw in the last half of last year. The pass coverage, though, I want to give a special shout out to Jerry Jacobs. Saw him in man coverage a lot of the night. Aaron Glenn trusted him, and he played football. He played some dang good football. He was running with guys all night. Multiple guys shine for the Detroit Lions, and multiple areas are different for the Detroit Lions. I want to know what you guys think about these plays in which I've selected to show you, give you an overall sense of kind of what I saw, kind of what I had with my breakdown, a lot of what I liked, and some of the things that I think can have major impacts in the future. The Detroit Lions are finally coming for it all. It's not just talk anymore. They're doing it.